This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network. We broadcast from our studios at 6 Bradley Avenue, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band. 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew, and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on the World Wide Web on nationwideradiojm.com and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock. From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning. A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Thursday, August 22, 2024. JPS says it can't commit to reversing hefty bill amounts. Energy Minister reveals that JPS is seeking to invoke force majeure clause for burial damage. Education Minister calls a teacher departure to a mass migration. In international news, Oprah tells voters to choose truth in surprise DNC speech. In sports, the 2024 ISSA schoolboy football season set for September kickoff. And in business, Scotiabank says 25 entrepreneurs have benefited from its 2024 Scotiabank Vision Achiever program. The details after the break.
Need equipment rental, repair, or sales? The Contractor Center has you covered. We also offer epoxy installation, stamp concrete, and construction chemicals, serving commercial, industrial, construction, and residential industries. Don't let everyday challenges hold you back. Visit us at 26 Shortwood Road or online at contractorcenterja.com or call 876-968-4816.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. The Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, cannot commit to a reversal of the hefty increases reflected on customers' light bills for the July to August billing cycle. And that's according to its Chief Financial Officer, Vernon Douglas. Speaking on Nationwide at 5 last evening, Douglas says the rollback of the controversial fuel charge component of the bill is outside of the company's control.
This particular mechanism is something that we'll have to look at along with the OUR to see, given some of the feedback we've had, to see if we can work out a mechanism with the regulators to put in some level of spread at these costs, given that they are so pointed and the feedback we have had from our customers. This particular mechanism is not within the domain of JPS, so to speak, but certainly we have thoughts around it and in terms of how we can look to have this treated with differently. Can't give any commitment because it's not for us to decide upon. Having consulted more firmly, we'll see if there's anything we can do that would find favor with our regulators in terms of coming up with a mechanism that we could look to spread some of this over a couple of months.
JPS was granted a massive concession on the Special Consumption Tax SET for the importation of automotive diesel oil ADO. It was allowed to apply a concessionary rate of $4.56 per litre compared to the standard rate of $44.90 per litre. Douglas insists that the full benefit of the concession was passed on to customers.
The fuel pass-through mechanism is something that we have not been comfortable with for a very long time. We conduct business in Jamaica and is regulated in a construct using spot prices, meaning that every single month, whatever the price is, that is exactly what's passed through to customers, regardless of what's happening. I don't consider that ideal. It does not lend for a seamless and smooth customer experience. However, that's what's mandated in terms of how the fuel mechanism works and the IPP charges and other charges that constitute the bill. To be effectively having prices bounce about, whether it's linked to commodities or it's linked to foreign exchange on a month-to-month basis, especially when you might have natural shocks happening in the environment, like a storm that would have suppressed demand and making even effective prices higher.
Vernon Douglas, Chief Financial Officer of the JPS. Meanwhile, Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says he's in receipt of a letter from the management of JPS requesting clearance to invoke a force majeure in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl. A force majeure is a contract clause that removes liability for catastrophic, unforeseen events that prevent participants from fulfilling obligations. Minister Vaz says he received the letter on July 18.
So they wrote that letter basically asking to be excused from the terms of the license because of the disaster. Well, to date I have not signed it, and I have referred it to the OUR and I have referred it to the Attorney General's chambers, because whereas the Act allows for it, what I see in this is everything to help the JPS and nothing to help the customers, which has been my plea and my cry since Beryl.
Additionally, Minister Vaz says the $50 million electricity disaster fund available to JPS provides no direct benefit to customers. He says he plans to review the fund to ensure fairness for JPS customers.
I have looked through this document and I have sought advice, and there is nothing in the $50 million that is currently in the fund that allows for the customers of the JPS who pay every month towards this fund. But this $50 million doesn't come from government. It comes from a portion of the bill of every JPS customer, and there is nothing in it that I can say to the JPS or to the OUR, can we use some of these funds to cushion some of the blows that customers have received from the hurricane, to see whether or not some funds could be used to cushion the impact, whether it is 6% or 31%. And the fact is, there's nothing. All of this has to be reviewed because right now there's no equity.
Darrell Vaz, Energy Minister, he was speaking during Nationwide at 5 on Wednesday. And Minister Vaz says based on his investigations, he believes the Director of Corporate Communications at JPS Winsome Callum did not intentionally mislead the public when she said the Light and Power Company had advised stakeholders of a looming increase in light bills for the July to August cycle.
On Monday, the 19th of August, 2024, Ms. Winsome Callum, JPS Director of Corporate Communications, stated during an interview with Nationwide that the Jamaica Public Service advised key stakeholders that there would be an increase in the bills for customers. I have done my own research and I have spoken to many, and I am of the opinion that Ms. Winsome Callum did not intentionally give information that was not accurate or anything untoward. I therefore take it as it is, and we will put that matter to rest.
Darrell Vaz, Energy Minister. Education Minister Favour Williams is refuting claims that Jamaica is facing a mass migration of teachers. She was speaking Wednesday on day 3 of the 60th annual conference of the Jamaica Teachers Association in Trelawney.
Speaking to the issue of migration, he used the word mass migration, which, if you look at the numbers, seriously, there is not a mass migration. We have teachers. We have the numbers.
Colleagues,
We have
I'm asking you to give the minister the opportunity.
We have the figures. We look at the past year's figures, we look at current year figures, we compare to other sectors of the economy, and while it is that we want all of our teachers to remain in Jamaica, we understand the personal decisions.
On Tuesday, newly installed President of the JTA, Dr. Mark Smith, called on Minister Williams to address the long-standing issue of mass teacher migration. Dr. Smith noted that gaps have emerged in several schools. Minister Williams says the government is working to keep more teachers in the local system.
We know it's not an easy decision because you have to leave family, familiar surroundings to go to another country, but we respect that decision that the teachers have made, and I know we're working to make the sector better. And if you compare uncertain variables today versus even, say, 3-4 years ago, we're making strides. We're not there yet, but we know that we're waking up every day to make the sector better.
Favour Williams, Education Minister. Meanwhile, Minister Williams revealed that special contracts are being prepared for those foreign-based teachers the government is actively recruiting to fill vacancies in local schools.
We do not have any contracts currently with Ghana or India or the Philippines. If there are teachers who are going to come here from overseas, they will operate at the same salary scale as we do currently for the locals. We're just looking at gaps in the system, needs in the system, and we're providing the options to our schools.
She also addressed concerns that the local system is at risk of being flooded with foreign teachers.
Currently, we do have teachers from other countries in the system. We have Cuban teachers, and it's not just Spanish that they teach. The new teachers coming into the system, there are gaps in certain subject areas. We went around, we spoke to principals, we talked about the option, and they expressed an interest in having such an option available to them. But again, we're not inundating the system with foreign teachers as the press would make it out to believe, or the opposition. That's not what we're doing.
Favour Williams, Minister of Education. Jamaica's tourism sector has been negatively impacted by the dual hit of Hurricane Beryl and recent travel advisories from the country's main source markets. That's according to President of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, Robin Russell. The slowdown in tourism arrivals to the island was discussed by the Governor of the Bank of Jamaica, Richard Biles, during a quarterly media briefing on Wednesday. Dana Davey tells us more.
According to Mr. Russell, Hurricane Beryl cost the country one of the most critical periods for the industry. However, he says the country is recovering from that shock.
The negative growth that we are estimating for the September quarter is more the outcome of the impact of the hurricane than the underlying weakness that has been evident in selected sectors of the economy. So just for clarity, we've been seeing where for several quarters the construction sector has been reflecting negative growth. This is a result of a number of factors, but we accept that tight credit conditions have played a role in that area. More recently, we've seen where manufacturing has posted some declines. That is an area of interest that we are watching, and we are assuming for now that that will be temporary, but of course we will continue to evaluate.
During Wednesday's media briefing, the Bank of Jamaica noted a reduction in stopover arrivals to the island. It's a critical metric in the country's tourism product. BOJ Governor Richard Biles says this has been partially driven by a series of negative travel advisories issued against the island. The latest advisory issued by the U.S. State Department urges their citizens to reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime. It says violent crime occurs throughout Jamaica. Although the advisory says tourist areas generally see lower rates of violent crime than other parts of the country, It also cautions that Jamaica's homicide rate is among the highest in the Western Hemisphere, with armed robberies and sexual assaults being common. Mr. Russell says he hopes to work with the U.S. government to soften the language used in future advisories. However, despite the recent shocks, he anticipates a return to form for the industry.
Travel advisories, as the governor said, did not, and this was the travel advisor that came out in January, that was highly publicized, and it really put a damper on tourism, which we're now seeing. But the travel advisory that has come out now is a lot softer, the language is softer, and we're working through the issues to mitigate that travel advisory to a level 2. We're hoping that by next quarter, we will see improvement in what that travel advisory looks like. So if you look at where we were a year ago to where we are now, we've moved out a little far away. We're optimistic that the rest of the year will be good.
Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Commanding Officer for the St. James Police Division, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, says efforts are still being made to empanel jurors for the trial of 3 constables charged with the death of Mario Dean 10 years ago. Superintendent Samuels was speaking Wednesday at a peaceful protest to mark 10 years since Dean died after being beaten in a cell at the Barnett Street lockup in Montego Bay. Mahiri Stewart reports.
10 years ago, Mario Dean was severely beaten while in police custody at the Barnett Street police station. He died in hospital 3 days later. Dean had been arrested for being in possession of a ganja spliff. 3 constables, Elaine Stewart, Juliana Clevon, and Marlon Grant, are before the courts on manslaughter charges. They're also charged with misconduct in public office and perverting the course of justice. 2 other men, Adrian Morgan and Marvin Orr, have already been sentenced after pleading guilty to manslaughter. However, the trial has faced multiple delays. On Wednesday, representatives of Jamaicans for Justice and members of Dean's family gathered at the Barnett Street police station to demand justice. Decked in black and bearing placards, the protesters called for justice reform and an end to state-sanctioned violence. Placards also bore the names of other men whose cases have been delayed for over 10 years. Reacting to the protest, Commanding Officer for the St. James Division, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, says cases, including Mario Dean's, have been impeded by a lack of jurors.
What we are facing, especially in St. James, is an issue where it's hard for us to find jurors for all the cases involved, not just this case in particular. And we really have been working with the court administration to see how best we can find as many jurors as we can to get most of the cases that are in backlog out, which this case happens to be one of them. We have made recommendations looking at the jury list that we were sent. It is made up from the voters list, and that voters list sometimes is not an accurate representation of where these people live.
The commanding officer says he's recommended for the Mario Dean case to proceed as a judge-alone trial.
We are also making the recommendation for judge-only trials, if that is possible. It is in the public sphere now as an option, and we just want to see how best we can get justice for all the parties involved, both the accused, both the victim, everybody. It is unfair that we have something lingering this long, and we have been making the effort. We understand the plight, and we want persons to know that we are interested in justice for everybody involved. And we have to look at our administration in terms of how we empanel juries and see how best we can work with the court administration in terms of whatever changes may be needed to gather that.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
Music users, a license from JCAP is a must for the use of music for entertainment purposes. Respect the music, respect the creators, play by the rules. The time by Jamaica Association of Composers, Authors and Publishers Limited is
6:18.
At Design Privacy, we value relationships. Join our exclusive open DPO community and interact with privacy professionals. Share ideas, insightful challenges, and build career-boosting connections with expert advice at your fingertips. Get access to specialized tools, exclusive workshops, and case studies. Enjoy unparalleled networking. Join Design Privacy's open DPO community to expand your expertise and excel in your career. Visit opendpocommunity.com today and take your data privacy skills to the next level.
NHT contributors, if your house was damaged by Hurricane Beryl, you may be eligible for an NHT disaster relief loan or grant to help with repairs. Find out how to apply at nht.gov.jm or call 888-CALL-NHT. That's 888-225-5648.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, the mysterious tanker that caused a major oil spill after capsizing off Trinidad and Tobago in February has been successfully refloated. According to reports from the BBC, the operation was completed on Monday, and the vessel, known only as the Gulfstream, will now be inspected by divers before being towed away. The ship was found with no crew on board after running aground and overturning off southwestern Tobago. No emergency calls were made, and local authorities have been unable to find anyone responsible for the incident. Since then, some 50,000 barrels of oil have leaked, damaging the Caribbean islands' pristine beaches and prompting the government to declare a national emergency. International news, television icon Oprah Winfrey made a surprise appearance at the Democratic National Convention, DNC, in her hometown of Chicago on Thursday night, urging Democrats and independent voters to choose common sense over nonsense. Oprah, who has avoided the political spotlight in recent years, lent some of her star power to Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, on the third night of the four-day convention. The 70-year-old's comments came before Walz's primetime speech to accept formally the party's nomination for vice president. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
It is the 10th annual Good Samaritan 5K Health Run Walk. This year, our main beneficiaries are the children of the Community-Based Rehabilitation Jamaica, CBRJ. On Sunday, August the 25th at 6:30 a.m., we run, walk, and wheel to raise funds for children with disabilities. The GS 5K over the years has raised funds for various charitable organizations and assisted with community projects, health initiatives, and back-to-school support. For our 10th anniversary, we invite you to register for this 5K and give hope to the children with disabilities. To register, you can visit my.raceresult.com or scan the QR code. The GS 10th Anniversary 5K, Sunday, the 25th of August. Race starts at 6:30 a.m., warm up at 6 a.m. on the grounds of the Andrews Memorial Seventh-day Adventist Church. The GS 5K, 10 years of helping. Help us, help more.
Just touch down on the island. Popeye's wings and style. Roll up in at the venue. Brand new thing on the menu. Ring the alarm for the ghost pepper. Nice. On the barbecue and the sweet and spicy. Ring the alarm, flavor them take off. Yo, Popeye's wings are the right pre. Same so we do. Popeye's wings touchdown in Jamaica. Bag of flavors. Brand new thing on the menu. Roll up in at the venue. Tell them a style of send you. Love that chicken from Popeye.
Beneficiaries, Your Path August 2024 payment includes a back-to-school grant of $3,500 for each primary and secondary student. Be sure to check with your post office or payment agency for your payment. For more information, call Path at 876-922-8007 or visit the ministry's website, mlss.gov.jm. Path, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, providing opportunity, stability and social protection.
Time now for your morning sports. The 2024 season of the ISA schoolboy football season gets underway on Saturday, September 7. The season was officially launched on Wednesday night at the National Stadium Eastfield. 85 teams will contest the Wysinca da Costa Cup, while the Digicel Manning Cup competition will have 40 teams. Clarendon College will open the defense of their Da Costa Cup title against Denby in the second game at the Catherine Hall triple header on the opening day. Coach Lenny Hyde says the boys from Chapelton are ready and raring to go.
Hey, ready, we're raring to go. This season has been great. The pre-season has been good. We have been playing a lot of games this season. We're playing the Army team tomorrow evening, and then we'll be playing Frome on the weekend, and then after that, we'll finish with practice games, and we're just going to fine-tune now for the season. But it has been going pretty well.
Manning Cup champions Mona will play the first game of that triple header when they face Waterford, and coach Craig Butler says he's confident of a winning start.
I'm very confident in my team. We're a family. We have our ups, we have our downs. But one thing I know, when the time comes, we stand with each other to the end. And I think that's what's the most important thing in football and life.
Cornwall College and Herbert Morrison will square off in the feature game on that night in Mobay. The Champions Cup, featuring the 4 semi-finalists in both Manning and Da Costa Cups, will get underway at a date to be announced. Recognizing that it is crucial for local footballers to excel beyond just technical skills, Malta, in partnership with Professional Football Jamaica Limited, PFJL, recently hosted the Malta Holistic Workshop at the summit, with a focus on enhancing physical fitness, proper nutrition, and fostering mental resilience. The brand's initiative under the Malta Sparks campaign addressed key areas like balancing academics with athletics, conflict resolution, self-marketing, branding, and media management, offering a well-rounded strategy for athletic growth. CEO of PFJL, Owen Hill, says that the experience has provided athletes with a broader perspective on how to represent themselves.
We expect that, whatever you are learning here, you will impart, and also you will be able to use it to your own advantage as you transition. So we hope that, the opportunity will not be taken for granted, and they will have discussions where you're open, you can talk, don't be afraid to use the mic. We will be picking on you, we will be asking you questions, we will be wanting for you to represent yourself and the organization that you represent as best as possible.
Owen Hill. Finally, in your morning sports, Jamaica's under-17 cricketers will resume on 6 without loss against the Leeward Islands on day 2 of the 2-day West Indies Rising Stars competition at Inshan Ali Park in Trinidad and Tobago later on Thursday. Savio Jones, 4, and captain Tyreek Bryan are the not-out batsmen. On Wednesday, the Leewards were bowled out for 164. Carlton Pluck top scored with 47, while captain Tanis Francis made 28 and Jaquan Athanase 23. Vital Laws picked up 5 wickets. And that's it for your morning sports.
For all your tech needs, come to StuTech, Main Street, Highgate, St. Mary. We specialize in laptop, PC, and smartphone repairs, app development, web design and development, laptop and PC upgrades, and much more. Contact us at 876-774-2627 or email stutechja@gmail.com. StuTech, Main Street, Highgate, St. Mary, for all your tech needs.
In business this morning, Scotiabank says 25 entrepreneurs have benefited from its 2024 Scotia Bank Vision Achiever SVA program. The 2024 cohort was selected from an initial pool of 40 shortlisted businesses. The bank says the program was held to provide invaluable support to small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, across Jamaica. This through comprehensive business education, mentorship, and practical activities. Scotiabank says since its inception 13 years ago, the SVA program has invested nearly $100 million in the development of Jamaica's SME sector, supporting over 350 businesses. Scotiabank's SME Professional Partnerships Director for the Caribbean North and Central, Casey Johnson-Vaughan, says their commitment to SME is unwavering and they're happy to see the positive impact the program continues to have on the business community. Meanwhile, Scotiabank says the top 3 winners of the 2024 program will be announced at the official closing ceremony on September 11. It says these entrepreneurs will be recognized for their outstanding achievements and will share over $3 million in cash and prizes. Scotiabank says the prizes include business development grants and marketing support packages designed to further accelerate their business growth. The bank says the winners will be selected based on their attendance, completion of modular assignments, and real-life implementation of practical lessons during the course. Additionally, it says special awards will be given for the top entrepreneurial woman and the People's Choice Award, further highlighting exceptional performance and community engagement. Gas prices are going down this morning. Motorists will pay $3.06 less for a litre of 87-octane gasoline. 90-octane will also be sold for $3.06 less. The price of automotive diesel oil will go down by 84 cents. Ultra-low sulfur diesel will also go down by 85 cents. Meanwhile, kerosene goes down by $2.94. Propane cooking gas will go up by 25 cents. Butane will also be sold for $1.76 more. Marketing companies and retailers will add their markups to these prices. Finally, in foreign exchange trading, the Jamaican dollar has gained 3 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $158.40 against the benchmark US dollar. The Jamaican dollar has lost 50 cents and will open trading today, selling for an average $116.73 against the Canadian. And finally, the Jamaican has lost $3.60 and will open trading this morning, selling for an average $207.17 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:31.
Eliminate the hassle of managing multiple medications that can be confusing. Thanks to Houghton's Pharmacy. Introducing RX Pack, a mobile app available in the App Store and Google Play Store. RX Pack is specially designed for you to order and manage your medications. Download today for free. That's RX Pack for better medication management. Call 876-RX-0-RX-RX or visit our website, HoughtonsRx.com for more details.
Drive Hyundai. Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 4.99% interest rate. Yes! Shop Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 4.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest, 4.99%. Conditions apply.
When last you get good bun, you don't know good bun until you have a mother's bakery bun. From you pull open the wrapper and it's soft so till. A sub bun for nice. And from when you take the first bite, love it so till. A sub bun for nice. Beg your piece.
Get your own mother's bakery bun.
I will buy one off you.
Yes, but I will charge a convenience fee.
I will take one. Me too. Mother's bakery buns. A sub bun for nice. Try them today.
Office Supplies Brokers Limited is having its grand back-to-school sale this Saturday, August 24 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Get unbeatable deals on all your school supplies. Seek exercise books at factory prices. Stock up and save big. Visit 26 Dunrobin Avenue or call 876-676-6930. Office Supplies Brokers Limited, your one-stop shop for all your back-to-school needs.
Sometimes it's hard, but try and you'll make it. Believe you me. In order to achieve, go forth and take it. Set yourself free. With obstacles in your way, you may fall before you rise. But if you really want good, your nose off and run. So get up and keep your eyes on the prize. So as part of your plan, you feel your ambition, and the Almighty One as your foundation. Hey, nobody get rich and switch because that's definitely wrong. Me I beg you, no, don't forget your friends and where you come from. If you a thief, remember God now sleep. And although you're a robber man and you get well last week, you fall about the street but you're beaten going steep. Because God is a silent river and you know him run deep. Throughout history, lots of great men and women went about things the old-fashioned way. They just kept on winning and winning. So strive, step up in life and go for what you know. You've got to strive. Remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. Be not moved by smart remarks from people who think they're witty. Keep moving on, mind gotta be strong and don't indulge in self-pity. But strive, step up in life and go for what you know. You got to strive, remove the doubt from out your mind and let good flow. With obstacles in your way, you may fall before you rise. But if you really want good, your nose off the run. So get up and keep your eyes on the prize. And strive, step up in life and go for what you know. You got to strive.
A very good morning to you. Good morning to you. You're tuned in to Nationwide this morning, NTM. Thank you so much for coming on over and joining us. It is a Thursday morning, Thursday, August 22, 2024. Hello to our YouTubers, our peeps out there in Radio Land, and hello to all of you joining us from the app and the website. Happy to have you today. Hope that you have awoken in good spirits, doing well so far. Hope that your day will continue to be blessed and productive and safe. I'm Tana Thomas.
And I'm Saeed Bernard. Top of the morning to you, our listeners, or viewers, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Yeah, brewing coffee, boiling tea. And of course, because I'm not going to make the gym people then beat me, If you're in the gym, top of the morning to you. No, so they never start beat me up, man. But them promise me I'm beating, and yo, me not big them up. So I have to big them up every morning, yeah? So we got the people them in the gym, you know, getting the fitness on early in the morning. Yeah, top of the morning to you. How are you, Tono?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Mad about, you know, mad about.
Yeah.
Quite an oxymoronic feeling, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yeah, mad about, man. Can't ball in our life. Yeah,
That's
good.
that's good.
And of course, it's Friday Eve.
I'm sure shit after the off-air
Good
conversation.
Good one. Can't ball in our life, you know. Can't ball in
The
our life.
off-air conversation is what led
Boy.
you to say that, Saeed.
Yeah, that's a good one. I mean, the universe just put that together.
I know,
Tana.
right?
Just put it together. Yeah. So you're good, Tono? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Friday morning. Well, Friday morning. Friday Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday Eve.
Yeah.
On my mind this morning, ladies and gentlemen, I have a hard task. Because when I first sat in this chair, I did not think I would need to deliver such a message this morning. And in thinking of how to do this, what's on my mind this morning, I felt a deep pull to reflect on where it all began. My roots, my humble beginnings, and most of all, the love and sacrifice of one extraordinary woman, my mother, Jacqueline Smith.
Where would I be without my mama? Mommy, me love you, there's nothing I'd put above you. No house, nor no girl, nor no car. Stand firm in all my life, nothing about you. From a barn, me and you apart.
More already. But from the very start, my mother gave her all. Her time, her energy, her dreams, just so I could have a fighting chance at a better life. She stood in the gap, ensuring that the opportunities she never had were within my reach. She's the embodiment of love, if you ask me, strength and resilience. As I stand on the brink of this incredible opportunity, I'm reminded of the countless times that she told me, Saeed, anything you want to achieve, you most certainly can. And those words weren't just encouragement, they were seeds of belief planted in my soul. And so with faith and vigor, a bright-eyed boy full of hope set out years ago on a path to become an attorney at law. It wasn't just about career, it was about pursuing a calling that resonated deeply with my complex sense of justice, my passion to help others, and my desire to be a force for good in this world. Well, life, as we all know, doesn't roll out the red carpet when you're chasing dreams. There were moments when the weight of the struggle seemed unbearable, when the odds were stacked high against me. Yet in those moments, I found strength in the sacrifices my mother made. Every late night prayer she uttered, every meal she ensured I had, every word of encouragement she offered despite her own struggles. It was a relentless belief in me that propelled me forward, that made me push harder when life threw its toughest challenges my way. And as those challenges came, the harder they came, the harder they fell, because I was determined to do better, to be better for myself, for my mother, for my family, and for my country, Jamaica. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before I go any further, I need to pause to say this. Mommy, thank you. Thank you for your unwavering love, for every sacrifice you made so I could be here today, for every prayer you whispered over my life, for every time you gave me the strength I didn't know I had. You are my greatest love, my biggest supporter, and my constant source of inspiration. Every achievement of mine is a reflection of your love and your belief in me. And it is because of Jacqueline Smith, my mother, and the shared belief and support of my church community, my family, colleagues at Nationwide and at the bar, my friends, that I can sit here this morning with this announcement. I have been chosen for Shevening. I have been chosen for Shevening. And I am incredibly honored to have been awarded the 2024 Shevening Scholarship, which will allow me to continue on my journey to higher education as I pursue a Master's in Law, a LLM, at the Queen Mary University of London in England. Well, my heart overflows with joy and excitement at the thought of embarking on this new chapter, one that will equip me to give back even more to my beloved country. I can't help but feel a pang of sadness. For the next 12 months, I'll be stepping away from this chair, from the role that has allowed me to serve and connect with you all. But there's good news. This is not goodbye. I will be back, more equipped, more knowledgeable, and more committed than ever to continue my contribution to Nationwide and to Jamaica land we love. My final morning with you will be next week, Friday, August 30, 2024. But within a year, I shall return. A more learned young man, poised to bring even more value to my community and my country. And so, as I savor this moment, I want to use this platform to speak directly to every young Jamaican out there, especially those who feel weighed down by the circumstances of their birth. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter if you were born into poverty or face obstacles that seem insurmountable. Because if you can dream it, believe in it, and work relentlessly toward it, you can achieve it. That is a testament of my life. I would not have told you if I did not see it happen. And I can tell you this morning, it's possible. I hope my journey serves as a beacon of hope for the youth of Cheesefield, Linstead, and Duane Park, places I've lived, and beyond across the length and breadth of Jamaica. But let it be known, ladies and gentlemen, that no limits exist. No limits exist if you stop at nothing. That's what's on my mind.
The sun is out and shining, a smile on my face. Good morning, Mr. Obstacles. How you doing today? If I am living, I have to live it up, no matter the feeling. I got to get up. If I am living, I have to live it up, no matter the feeling. I got to get up. And that's a spirit. Yeah. And you can do it. Oh, that's a spirit. And you can do it. Yeah. And that's a spirit. When you fall on the ground, get up, pick up yourself. You can do it. Brush off your clothes and prepare for something else. And that's a spirit. No time for those. Get up, wake up and move. Put on your champion shoes and tell the man in the mirror, you are a winner. Yeah, you can do it. You are a champion.
The Ministry of Justice offers free counseling to victims of crime. Call 876-946-0663. The time by the Ministry of Justice is
12 minutes to 7 o'clock.
Does your bra ride up your back? Do your shoulders hurt from carrying the weight of your breasts? These are signs of an ill-fitting bra. When was the last time you were fitted by a bra fit specialist? The bra experts at LaBelle Femme will take care of you. Drop into the store at 53 Lady Musgrave Road, Tuesdays to Saturdays from 10 to 5, and you will see the difference. Or call 876-622-6091.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
It's 10 minutes going up to 7 o'clock, and it's time for Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Good morning, Ludlow.
Nice morning time side, morning time, Tona.
Hey to you, Ludlow.
I like that one side. I like it.
Thanks, man.
What's on your mind? Yeah, different flavor, you know. Anyway, just a quick update as to what is going on now. Like places like Bay Farm Road, Keesing Avenue, going on to Walton Park Road, and also Hagley Park Road, respectively. Those areas are running smooth right now. And if you're going like places like East Road, it's pretty good movement also along East Road. East Road is going to take you across to Amara, then onto Chisholm Avenue. When you get onto Chisholm Avenue, you're going to find Maxfield Avenue flowing in both directions. So at this time, it's pretty good going. But remember, as you get closer to half a tree, that's where you're going to have some build-up. You know, that's a major hub, half a tree area. So it's our first report for the morning until about 7:18. It's back to you, side.
Thank you so much, Ludlow. Up next, the word of the day.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Your word of the day, spelled SPLENDIFEROUS, spelled SPLENDIFEROUS.
Splendiferous. Splendiferous. Splendiferous.
Your word of the day is pronounced splendiferous. Splendiferous. It's an adjective and it means magnificent, splendid. Splendiferous is your word of the day. And Dictionary.com is telling us this morning that splendiferous was first recorded between 1425 and 1475. A very old word, splendiferous. To use it in a sentence, the holiday decorations around the city were splendiferous, creating a magical and festive atmosphere for all to enjoy. Another, the chef prepared a splendiferous feast with every dish more delicious and beautifully presented than the last. Splendiferous is your word of the day. One I'm sure many of you are familiar with, spelled SPLENDIFEROUS. Splendiferous, an adjective meaning splendid or magnificent. I can see how you guys can use this one. And I see a lot of you in the YouTube chat who are extending your congratulations to Saeed. Saeed, how do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel?
It's surreal.
What are you saying out there, Jermaine? What are you saying? I'm Saeed, I promise you.
No, but she set me out.
I'm not setting you up. I'm not setting you up. But truly.
Tana, I've already fight the tears, so she can't. It's surreal. It's surreal. I'm sad because I enjoyed sitting in this chair, enjoyed the nationwide community.
Mm-hmm.
But as Cliff tells me, sometimes you have to step away to be better.
Yeah.
But I guess the good part about it is I shall return.
Yeah.
I shall return.
Yeah, and you know, I always endorse and support growth, and I really am happy for you that this opportunity has been granted to you to go away and develop yourself even more. And one of the things I appreciate about you keep on stressing as well, Saeed, you will return. You will return to contribute more to Jamaica. And come back more knowing that you will be gaining more for yourself as well, having gone on to make yourself even better than you are now. So congratulations to you. All the best to you. I will miss you. I will miss you announcing Friday Eve.
Yeah.
And getting myself and our listeners and everybody so excited for the weekend, your contributions, your what's on my mind, the time that you take out of your regular schedule to come here and also contribute to this space. Yeah, and then just to see you outside of this space as well, and all you've been able to contribute so far to the legal fraternity with so much more still to come. And just your passion. You're very passionate about what you do, and that's always a good thing because it shows that you care. You're not just there for example, for the financial gains, but what you're able to do for people. And I really do appreciate that because I'm quite people-centered as well. So congratulations to you. All the best to you. And you said your final day is next week, Friday?
Next week, Friday.
I wonder if this has anything to do with the email that our HR manager has sent out. I don't know, but we've gotten an email. I'm going to tell you about it off air. We've gotten an email about something happening at NNN next week, Friday. I don't know what Simone is up to, but yeah. But we're going to go to our features at the top of the hour of the news.
If you're over 50 and don't feel as strong as you used to or don't have as much stamina as you once did, it's not surprising. Just like bone density decreases with age, we also lose muscle mass as we age. In coming of age today, improving muscle loss as we age. The decline in skeletal muscle, a condition called sarcopenia. This is a natural process that occurs in everyone over time. It can lead to frailty and increased risk for falls and the loss of independence. Professor and consultant at Mayo Clinic, Nathan Lebrassier, says most persons achieve peak muscle mass by age 40.
After that point, we have a progressive deterioration in some that might equal up to 50% by the time they reach their 80s or 90s. So most of us will lose about 30% of our muscle mass over the course of our lifetime. And that's really a shocking figure and a striking figure. Part of it is a loss of muscle volume, so we see a decrease in size of our individual muscles, and that's particularly concerning, but in addition to that, we see a change in the composition. So instead of just having very healthy muscle in our legs, we see that fat tissue is starting to surround the muscles and actually developing and building up within the muscles themselves.
No matter how old you are, you can combat sarcopenia with engaging in physical activity. But Professor Lebrassier says 60% of people over the age of 65 are overtly inactive.
The most powerful determinant of our muscle health as we age is physical activity. And what the data is quite clear that 60% of individuals over the age of 65 are either insufficiently active or overtly inactive. And the truth of the matter is, right now we know that even moderate increases in an individual's physical activity level, and that could be walking, gardening, taking care of household chores and tasks, has really a positive effect on our health status, and that's something that we can't emphasize enough.
Professor Nathan Lebrassier, consultant at the Mayo Clinic. Nutrition also plays an important role in the maintenance of muscle mass. Eating protein-rich foods to help build muscle is the key. To build muscle, you need 0.45 grams of protein per pound of body weight. For example, if your grandmother weighs 140 pounds, she should eat 63 grams of protein per day. Good source protein are milk, cheese, eggs, poultry, fish, peanuts, and beans. Protein is critical, but you also need carbohydrates, which is the energy source your body uses to be able to exercise. But make sure you consume healthy carbohydrates, like vegetables, fruits, and whole grains are preferable to highly processed foods. Whole, fresh foods also have vitamins and other nutrients your body needs. That's it for Coming of Age until next time.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
Many people get nervous when going on a first date. There's great anticipation over where to go, what to wear, and what to expect of your date. I'm Tana, and in Lifestyle Pages today, tips for the first date. Normally, it's the man's job to choose the location. But ladies, choose somewhere you have been before that is familiar to you. This will make you feel more comfortable and gives you control if something goes wrong. You also need to choose the right outfit. Knowing where you're going will help determine how to dress. Empty all unnecessary things from your handbag and wallet. Never be late to a first date. It's always better to be early. Rushing and stressing is never good. Be curious. Ask as many questions as you're being asked. Do not sit and talk about yourself all night, and don't talk about past relationships. But most importantly, have fun. That was your Lifestyle Pages. I'm Tana.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
From Negril Point to Morant Bay, a little kindness can go a far way. The time by the Jamaica Information Service is...
News time, 7 o'clock.
If you need to build it, plumb it, weld it, pave it, or power it, National Supply has it. Get the best brands for the job at Jamaica's Industrial Hardware Superstore, Kingston Normal Bay. The temperature by National Supply is...
28 degrees Celsius in both Kingston and Montego Bay.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news at 7 this morning, Thursday, August 22, 2024, Energy Minister says he's unlikely to approve JPS's request to be excused for liability for burial damage. The Education Minister says teacher resignation figures do not support claim of a mass migration. And 10 years on, the St. James Police are still trying to find jurors to sit on the Mario Dean case. To sit in on the Mario Dean trial. In international news, Oprah tells voters to choose truth in surprise Democratic National Convention speech.
News at 7 is brought to you by Hyundai. Modern, premium, affordable vehicles.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Energy Minister Darrell Vaz says he has not signed the letter from the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, requesting clearance to invoke a force majeure for damage sustained by the impact of Hurricane Beryl. The letter was dated July 18. A force majeure is a contract clause that frees parties of liability in the event of catastrophic or unforeseen events that prevent them from fulfilling obligations. Speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Wednesday, Minister Vaz says the clause does not offer protection to the Jamaican consumer.
So they wrote that letter basically asking to be excused from the terms of the license because of the disaster. Well, to date I have not signed it, and I have referred it to the OUR and I have referred it to the Attorney General's chambers, because whereas the Act allows for it, what I see in this is everything to help the JPS and nothing to help the customers, which has been my plea and my cry since Beryl.
Additionally, Minister Vaz says the $50 million electricity disaster fund available to JPS provides no direct benefit to consumers. He says he plans to review the fund to ensure fairness for JPS customers.
I have looked through this document and I have sought advice, and there is nothing in the $50 million US dollars that is currently in the fund that allows for the customers of the JPS who pay every month towards this fund. But this $50 million doesn't come from government. It comes from a portion of the bill of every JPS customer, and there is nothing in it that I can say to the JPS or to the OUR. Can we use some of these funds to cushion some of the blows that customers have received from the hurricane, to see whether or not some funds could be used to cushion the impact, whether it is 6% or 31%. And the fact is, there's nothing. All of this has to be reviewed because right now there's no equity.
Meanwhile, Minister Vaz says based on his investigations, he believes the Director of Corporate Communications at JPS, Winsome Callum, did not intentionally mislead the public when she said the lighted power company had advised stakeholders of a looming increase in light bills for the July to August cycle.
On Monday, the 19th of August, 2024, Ms. Winsome Callum, JPS Director of Corporate Communications, stated during an interview with Nationwide that the Jamaica Public Service advised key stakeholders that there would be an increase in the bills for customers. I have done my own research and I have spoken to many, and I am of the opinion that Ms. Winsome Callum did not intentionally give information that was not accurate or anything untoward. I therefore take it as it is, and we will put that matter to rest.
Darrell Vaz, Energy Minister. Education Minister Favour Williams is refuting claims that Jamaica is facing a mass migration of teachers. She was speaking Wednesday on day 3 of the 60th annual conference of the Jamaica Teachers Association in Trelawney.
Speaking to the issue of migration, he used the word mass migration, which, if you look at the numbers, seriously, there is not a mass migration. We have to teachers. We have the numbers.
Colleagues,
We have
I'm asking you to give the
figures.
minister the opportunity.
We have the figures. We look at the past year's figures. We look at current year figures. We compare to other sectors of the economy. And while it is that we want all of our teachers to remain in Jamaica, we understand the personal decisions.
On Tuesday, the newly installed president of the JTA, Dr. Mark Smith, called on Minister Williams to address the long-standing issue of mass teacher migration. Dr. Smith noted that gaps have emerged in several schools. Minister Williams says the government is working to keep more teachers in the local system.
We know it's not an easy decision because you have to leave family, familiar surroundings to go to another country, but we respect that decision that the teachers have made, and I know we're working to make the sector better. And if you compare on certain variables today versus even say 3-4 years ago, we're making strides. We're not there yet, but we know that we're waking up every day to make the sector better.
Favour Williams, Education Minister. And Minister Williams revealed that special contracts are being prepared for those foreign-based teachers. The government is actively recruiting to fill vacancies in local schools.
We do not have any contracts currently with Ghana or India or the Philippines. If there are teachers who are going to come here from overseas, they will operate at the same salary scale as we do currently for the locals. We're just looking at gaps in the system, needs in the system, and we're providing the options to our schools.
She also addressed concerns that the local system is at risk of being flooded with foreign teachers.
Currently, we do have teachers from other countries in the system. We have Cuban teachers, and it's not just Spanish that they teach. The new teachers coming into the system, there are gaps in certain subject areas. We went around, we spoke to principals, we talked about the option, and they expressed an interest in having such an option available to them. But again, we're not inundating the system with foreign teachers as the press would make it out to believe, or the opposition. That's not what we're doing.
Favour Williams, the Education Minister. Jamaica's tourism sector has been negatively impacted by the dual hit of Hurricane Beryl and recent travel advisories from the country's main source markets. That's according to the president of the Jamaica Hotel and the Tourist Association, JHTA, Robin Russell. The slowdown in tourism arrivals to the island was discussed by the governor of the Bank of Jamaica, Richard Biles, during a quarterly media briefing on Wednesday. Dana Davey tells us more.
According to Mr. Russell, Hurricane Beryl cost the country one of the most critical periods for the industry. However, he says the country is recovering from that shock.
The negative growth that we are estimating for the September quarter is more the outcome of the impact of the hurricane than the underlying weakness that has been evident in selected sectors of the economy. So just for clarity, we've been seeing where for several quarters the construction sector has been reflecting negative growth. This is a result of a number of factors, but we accept that tight credit conditions have played a role in that area. More recently, we've seen where manufacturing has posted some declines. That is an area of interest that we are watching, and we are assuming for now that that will be temporary, but of course we will continue to evaluate.
During Wednesday's media briefing, the Bank of Jamaica noted a reduction in stopover arrivals to the island. It's a critical metric in the country's tourism product. BOJ Governor Richard Biles says this has been partially driven by a series of negative travel advisories issued against the island. The latest advisory issued by the U.S. State Department urges their citizens to reconsider travel to Jamaica due to crime. It says violent crime occurs throughout Jamaica. Although the advisory says tourist areas generally see lower rates of violent crime than other parts of the country, it also cautions that Jamaica's homicide rate is among the highest in the Western Hemisphere, with armed robberies and sexual assaults being common. Mr. Russell says he hopes to work with the U.S. government to soften the language used in future advisories. However, despite the recent shocks, he anticipates a return to form for the industry.
Travel advisories, as the governor said, did not, and this was the travel advisor that came out in January, that was highly publicized, and it really put a damper on tourism, which we're now seeing. But the travel advisory that has come out now is a lot softer, the language is softer, and we're working through the issues to mitigate that travel advisory to a level 2. We're hoping that by next quarter, we will see improvement in what that travel advisory looks like. So if you look at where we were a year ago to where we are now, we've moved out a little far away. We're optimistic that the rest of the year will be good.
Dana Davey for Nationwide News.
Commanding Officer for the St. James Division Superintendent Aaron Samuels says efforts are still being made to empanel jurors for the trial of 3 constables charged with the death of Mario Dean 10 years ago. Superintendent Samuels was speaking on Wednesday at a peaceful protest to mark 10 years since Dean died after being beaten in a cell at the Barnett Street lockup in Montego Bay. Mahiri Stewart reports.
10 years ago, Mario Dean was severely beaten while in police custody at the Barnett Street police station. He died in hospital 3 days later. Dean had been arrested for being in possession of a ganja spliff. 3 constables, Elaine Stewart, Juliana Clevon, and Marlon Grant, are before the courts on manslaughter charges. They're also charged with misconduct in public office and perverting the course of justice. 2 other men, Adrian Morgan and Marvin Orr, have already been sentenced after pleading guilty to manslaughter. However, the trial has faced multiple delays. On Wednesday, representatives of Jamaicans for Justice and members of Dean's family gathered at the Barnett Street police station to demand justice. Decked in black and bearing placards, the protesters called for justice reform and an end to state-sanctioned violence. Placards also bore the names of other men whose cases have been delayed for over 10 years. Reacting to the protest, Commanding Officer for the St. James Division, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, says cases, including Mario Dean's, have been impeded by a lack of jurors.
What we are facing, especially in St. James, is an issue where it's hard for us to find jurors for all the cases involved, not just this case in particular. And we really have been working with the court administration to see how best we can find as many jurors as we can to get most of the cases that are in backlog out, which this case happens to be one of them. We have made recommendations looking at the jury list that we were sent. It is made up from the voters list, and that voters list sometimes is not an accurate representation of where these people live.
The commanding officer says he's recommended for the Mario Dean case to proceed as a judge-alone trial.
We are also making the recommendation for judge-only trials, if that is possible. It is in the public sphere now as an option, and we just want to see how best we can get justice for all the parties involved, both the accused, both the victim, everybody. It is unfair that we have something lingering this long, and we have been making the effort. We understand the plight, and we want persons to know that we are interested in justice for everybody involved. And we have to look at our administration in terms of how we empanel juries and see how best we can work with the court administration in terms of whatever changes may be needed to gather that.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
The Firearms and the Narcotics Investigations Division FNID says last week's arrest of 2 suspected Hungarian drug smugglers at Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay is validation of the agency's work. Superintendent Sam Blake is the head of FNID.
This arrest is further validation that the team is actually doing something right. In the last 3 weeks, they were able to arrest persons who were heading to the UK as well as other areas in Europe. We will continue to bolster the resources available and to ensure that we deploy in a manner and in keeping with the observable trend to ensure that we're able to impact the individuals who are trying to use our air transportation to further their illicit ends.
Superintendent Sam Blake, head of FNID. Detectives assigned to the agency carried out an operation at the airport on August 14, where the 2 Hungarians were in the process of boarding a flight destined for Manchester in England. Their suitcases were checked and found to contain false compartments with packages of cocaine. The lawmen report that the men were then taken to hospital and a total of 53 pellets of the drug were expelled from their bodies. The illicit drug weighed approximately 2.73 kilograms. Charged with possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine, and taking steps to export cocaine are Istvan Ozi and Andras Rafael, 2 car salesmen from Hungary. They are set to appear in the St. James Parish Court on Friday, August 23. A 59-year-old man has been charged with rape and sexual intercourse with a mentally disordered person following 2 incidents in Clarendon. Charged is Samuel Hunter, a carpenter of Blackwoods District. According to the police, the 2 incidents occurred in June. Reports from the Mapin police are that on 2 different occasions, Hunter allegedly went into a teenager's room and sexually assaulted her. The teen later told her parents, and the incidents were reported to the police. Hunter was charged on Monday, August 19. A court date has not yet been finalized. If you or anyone you know is a victim of rape or sexual assault, you can call the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse, CISOCA, at 876-926-4079, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. TV icon Oprah Winfrey made a surprise appearance at the Democratic National Convention DNC in her hometown of Chicago on Thursday night, urging Democrats and independent voters to choose common sense over nonsense. Oprah, who has avoided the political spotlight in recent years, lent some of her star power to Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, on the 3rd night of the 4-day convention. The 70-year-old's comments came before Walz's primetime speech to accept formally the party's nomination for vice president. That's the news.
News at 7 was brought to you by Hyundai. Modern, premium, affordable vehicles.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:17.
At Design Privacy, we value relationships. Join our exclusive open DPO community and interact with privacy professionals. Share ideas, insightful challenges, and build career-boosting connections with expert advice at your fingertips. Get access to specialized tools, exclusive workshops, and case studies. Enjoy unparalleled networking. Join Design Privacy's open DPO community to expand your expertise and excel in your career. Visit opendpocommunity.com today and take your data privacy skills to the next level.
Path beneficiaries. The August payment cycle has started. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to September 2, 2024. Be sure to check the Weekend Star to find out when you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect on September 3 or 4. For more information, call Path at 876-922-8007 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. Path, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Time now for Street Smarts 2 with the gentleman Ludlow McLean. Ludlow, what's happening out there?
All right. I understand there's an accident in the vicinity of Ligony Avenue there. That's in the Ligony area, so it might cause some problem there. They're trying to make it off the Ligony Avenue. Two-vehicle collision. But generally speaking, that side going further down towards East Kings House Road and across to Lady Musgrave Road is pretty good going. Except when you get into Half a Tree Square, you're going to find it quite busy, quite active. And remember, those vehicles coming up South Oden Avenue will find it busy going across those places like Solomon Road and then going around to Parish Place, then onto Old Hope Road. So that square there is quite active, quite busy. But on the outskirts, you know, it's not too bad. Mountain View, Outer Wind, all these areas are running. Go Deanery, Langston Road, going around to Upper Ellis Road. And by the way, I did comment about Upper Ellis Road. It's really in a deplorable state. There's Upper Ellis Road and Lower Ellis Road, but I'm talking about Upper, right? Not too good to drive on. You would lose a tire if you hit one of those trenches. So be careful. But in the meantime, I want you to have a great day and a safe morning. And as usual, at Street Smart, your safety. Dawkins. George, take it away.
Yeah, Ludlow, Upper Ellison Road is really, really bad. Really in bad shape. I'm joining you on that one, and the authorities need to pay some attention to it pronto. Thank you very much, Ludlow. Ludlow McLean there with Street Smarts 2. Up next, front page.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence.
Front page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. You're now tuned in to our discussion segment, The Front Page. And we begin the front page this morning looking at a story that may have slipped a lot of people's attention because for most of the week we were so focused, Saeed, on matters having to do with the Jamaica Public Service Company. But there is a story out of Westmoreland that is occupying the minds of that family and other people in Westmoreland and perhaps some others. And that's the story of a missing 4-year-old Westmoreland boy. Now, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, CPFSA, is calling on the public for assistance in locating 4-year-old Shaquille Patterson. The youngster from Barham District in Westmoreland went missing from a neighboring community on Sunday, August 19. According to his guardian, Shaquille was with members of his family at a grave digging exercise at their family plot in the nearby community of Friendship when he went missing. 3 different searches were carried out by family and community members in both communities, but to date, the child has still not been found. CEO of the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, the CPFSA, Lord Adams Thomas, is calling on members of the public to share any information they may have on young Shaquille's disappearance with the police.
We are calling on members of the public, especially those living in communities of Braham and Friendship, to share any information that you may have on young Shaquille's disappearance with the police. It would be very difficult for a 4-year-old to travel any significant distance by themselves to where a search party would be unable to find them. So we believe that someone must know what has happened to him.
She says persons must also call 211.
If you see something, say something. If you are too afraid to go to the police, please call 211, which is our 24/7 child abuse reporting hotline, anonymously, and share any information you may know. We need to bring little Shaquille safely home to his parents.
That's Lord Adams Thomas, the CEO of the CPFSA. The agency at this time is also providing psychosocial support to his family. And Tana, there was a Gleaner article that sets a chronology as to what might have happened to young Shaquille, the family of the 4-year-old Shaquille Patterson, who has been missing since Sunday. They are appealing for the public's assistance for his safe return home. Young Shaquille reportedly went missing in Friendship, Westmoreland during a grave digging, and Trisha Thomas, the boy's grand aunt, who is his primary caregiver and guardian, told the Gleaner that he went missing after asking to go visit family members at their home nearby. Thomas said that he reportedly made it to the premises, and after spending some time there, he indicated young Shaquille that he was heading back to the grave digging. However, she said that was the last time he was seen. A missing persons report was subsequently made at the Whitehorn police station on Sunday night.
And in indicating Trisha Thomas that he had gone to a nearby property, that's where his family members were, and after spending time there, he reportedly told a relative that he was heading back to the grave digging to see his mother. However, Thomas said the little boy never returned. And the Gleaner is reporting that Thomas said her motherly instincts went off immediately after realizing that she did not hear Shaquille's little voice making one of his usual requests. She says, I was wondering where Shaquille was, so I asked and nobody saw him. So she said that Shaquille would not stay for so long and not come and ask her for something, because initially she's saying that at the grave digging, her son had come to her, asked for a drink, and he went off playing with a little boy and then indicated that he was going over to visit his father and uncle. The Gleaner is reporting as the hours went by and with night approaching and still no sign of Shaquille, Thomas made that missing persons report at the Whitehorn police station in Westmoreland. Superintendent Sean J. Mitchell, a senior officer in the Westmoreland Police Division, also confirming that the report was made. We did indicate to you earlier that the CPFSA indicated that a number of search parties had gone out. 3 different searches were carried out by the family and community members in both of those communities, the one where the grave digging was taking place and the nearby property where he went over to visit his father and granduncle. And so far, there have been no clues to indicate anything, really. The family, the CPFSA, the police making an appeal. If anyone has any information that could give them some sort of clue as to where Shaquille Patterson might be, that would be appreciated. We have also pulled from the Constabulary Communication Network's advisory that they sent out, that missing report, the picture of young Shaquille, and we have a split screen now on our YouTube channel, Nationwide 90 FM Live, showing young Shaquille Patterson, the 4-year-old who has been missing since Sunday. So you can get a good look of what Shaquille looks like. Just in case you see something, know something in relation to this little boy, you can provide that information to the police. The CPFSA is appealing to persons to call the 211 hotline. That was a hotline set up in 2021 for child abuse. The child abuse helpline, but any other information having to do with children matters, you can call 211. The call center is set up with CPFSA trained officers who know how to handle the information and alert the police and get the ball rolling to execute on whatever you are providing.
Yeah.
So if you have any information on that, reach out to the police or call 211. We don't want this to be another Jamil Mendez story. I don't know if you guys remember Jamil Mendez from Clarendon, who went missing in 2022, I believe. Nationwide did a documentary on that, Missing Without a Trace. And to this day, little Mendez has still not been found.
And out there in Westmoreland, the Tana, they have been searching. You know, for example, Monday and Tuesday, they had a search party out there looking for little Shaquille. And one person said not even a slippers. But they're still at it, still trying to find the young one. It can't be easy. It can't be easy at all.
Yeah.
And we just can pray and hope at this moment in time that some information comes forward. And if you know any information, you're out there in Westmoreland, or you have any information whatsoever that you think might actually help the authorities in bringing home little Shaquille, then please do. Yes, please do.
Give up every illegal gun. Call the police at 119 or Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Ministry of National Security is
7:31.
Your food tastes the best, it's true. And your food brings the best out of you. Tasty meals packed with style, satisfying, makes you smile. Cream rises to the top, it's true.
Your Foods, sour cream and cream cheese spreads in supermarkets island-wide. Make your best even better.
Attention all commuters, your JUTC fares just got lower. Use your Smarter card today and pay only $50. Yes, only $50. Travel safe and hassle-free with the JUTC using your Smarter card. But wait, there's more. Get 3 free rides with your first Smarter card top-up before May 31. With your Smarter card, paying your fare is easier. Say goodbye to coins and hello to hassle-free travel. Don't miss this opportunity when you travel with the JUTC, your route to excellence. Conditions apply.
Just touch down on the island. Popeye's wings and style. Roll up in at the venue. Brand new thing on the menu. Wing the alarm for the ghost pepper. Nice. On the barbecue and the sweet and spicy. Wing the alarm, flavor them take off. Yo, Popeye's wings are the right breed. See them so we do. Popeye's wings touchdown in Jamaica. Bag of flavors. Brand new thing on the menu. Roll up in the venue. Tell him a style of send you. Love that chicken from Popeye.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. You're still tuned into our discussion segment, the front page. We're having a conversation and using our platform this morning to make an appeal in relation to a 4-year-old boy, Shaquille Patterson, from Westmoreland, who has been missing since Sunday. He was at a grave digging for a family member with his main caregiver, his grandaunt, Trisha Thomas. He went over to his main caregiver, asked for something to drink. Asked for something to drink, had a bit of a play with a boy, asked his grandaunt to go visit his father and uncle nearby. And while visiting the uncle and father and then making his way back, he disappeared. He has not been seen since. A number of searches have been done. He has not been located. No clues as to where he might be. On the line now to provide us with some more information and updates on the matter is Shaquille's main caregiver, his grandaunt, Trisha Thomas. Good morning to you, Trisha.
Good morning, Trisha.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. Trisha, 7:34 on the clock this morning. Any further clues, updates as to where Shaquille might be?
No, I have no idea.
Could you tell us what happened on Sunday?
All right. Sunday, my mother grave digging. My mother died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sunday is the grave digging. So we all went to the grave digging because I'm the head one who has to see that everything going right and so forth. So meanwhile I'm there, Shaquille was playing with a lot of kids, family, kids and friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At about 2:30, Shaquille came to me and said, "Mommy, need something to drink." I said, "Go and drink it. Then go and take a juice and drink." He was with Tishane at the time, that a little 5-year-old boy coming from the same area that we go to the same school that we go. So after a while, I said, "Where are going now?" He said, "I'm going father and him uncle." They're at the same place, it's a grave digging, but it's the same place. It's a big yard.
Oh, so it's in one yard. It's the same
yard.
It's
a big yard.
It's a big yard. About
big
how
yard.
big you'd say, if you can tell us.
It's big. I can't tell you the measurement right now, but it's a big yard.
You could look over and see
Yes,
dad and
I
uncle
could
from
look.
where you
Where
were.
I stand, there's a house where I put the things that I'm giving to the people. It's close by to a house that is in the yard.
Okay.
So the grave digging is at the back of the house. So where I am, I could stay and look over where Shaquille's grandmother is, and his father, and his brother who came from Manchester to visit the grave digging also.
So he said he was going by his father and his granduncle in the same...
And his uncle.
And his uncle, rather, in the same yard. So he went over, and what next happened?
And get busy now, not paying attention over there, because I said the father is there and the uncle, and he's going over there, so they must give her eye. Anyway, after a while, like 4 o'clock, I said, no, I haven't seen Shaquille come back to me for anything. So I said, anybody see Shaquille? Nobody said. Everybody said no. So his grandmother now started asking him saying the scene, saying, call the father. Him saying the scene. So the little boy named Tishin and man Shaquille did run up and down say, I'm father. Tell them, not me, no, he tell the mother's side, said, I see him father pick him up on a bike. Which the father said didn't pick him up on a bike. So we're there searching in the bush, people, yard and house and so forth. Until I called the station, Witton police station. They said to bring a picture of him. I tell him I'm not close to home. I have pictures on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
So leave out the people that are still searching who was there. Still searching for him. Some were gone, but some were there still searching for him. After searching for him, and I went up by Witton. On my way, police stop have roadblock, said registration and license. He said, officer, just call the station and report but I'm missing child.
Mm-hmm.
He said, okay. Go ahead. Over the way I'm going on. So when I reached by the station, they said, he should just turn back with you. He should just turn your back and let you guys go and search again. So anyway, after over there, the police call the father. Tell him to bring the father, come and support. We go back, after leave here, go back over there, still searching all 12 o'clock in the night. No Shakira.
Mm-hmm.
The other day, Monday, they're still searching. It was like, I lose my son like 2 years ago, and it wasn't so terrible like this. I never feel such pain like how I feel it for Shakira. To know that he was there with me, and after a while, someone took him away. Because I know he don't stray away. It must be someone drawing attention to something.
So, Trisha, while he was over at that, in the yard at that other house with his father and his uncle, you're saying that the little boy he was playing with said the father picked him up on a bike, but then the father is saying that is not so.
Not so.
So was he in his father's sight all the time up to 4 o'clock? While he was over at the grandmother's house, who was watching him all of this time?
At the grandmother's house, where the grandmother is the grandfather's house, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so while he was over there between 2:30 and 4 p.m., who was watching him? Nobody saw anything?
Nobody said they saw nothing at all. Nothing at all.
They
said he was playing with the rest of kids them, and that even the kids them is only one kid. They didn't see him father take him up and back. Nobody else see him or anything.
Mm-hmm. But the father is saying he didn't leave the yard any at all.
No, I'm saying didn't pick him up on the bike. He leave the yard, but he go to a river, he said, to show the brother from Manchester and the rest of brother family that come with the brother. Mm-hmm. They said they want to know the river. So he said he'd bring them to the river. And when he's at the river, he heard his phone ringing. Mm-hmm. And when the phone rang, he looked, he sees a girl named Kim asking him, "You see Papa?" And he said, "No." And he said, "You're not carrying with you?" And he said, "No, I'm not carrying with me. My brother didn't make care. My brother make care come a river and his family them."
Mm-hmm. Trisha, is there any reason why someone would want to take Shaquille away?
I have no idea. That's what bothering me. Because I don't have a problem with nobody at all. Mm-hmm. I don't have anything, no conflict with nobody at all, no problem. I haven't had no problem with nobody. Why they would want to spite me like this?
Mm-hmm. And the members in your community, they're still looking? They're still up and down with you?
Even yesterday, they're still looking. Somebody said they see a little boy by Lagwood, Petersfield. And everybody was like rushed to Petersfield to search the whole place. You understand?
Mm-hmm. And in that community, these things don't usually happen.
Hello?
In that community, your community, these things don't usually happen.
No, never. Never, because it surprised and shocked everybody. Surprised and shocked everybody. They wonder what's going on. They even asked him, when there's a father and nobody in any problem or whatever. So said, why they choose to take this little boy and the father don't respond for him, none at all. So why they would want to take him away from him, you know?
Trisha, have you asked the father if there is anything that he has done or anything like that that would cause somebody to take his child?
I don't speak with the father, but someone speak with the father and he said, yeah, no one have nothing. So for me, it's hard. It's hard to know who's the person who takes him, but for me, I'm asking God and I'm praying every day, and I ask people to help me pray to find him, to recover safely and sound back home.
And has anybody spoken to the little boy that said he saw young Shaquille leaving on a motorcycle with, I guess, not his father at this point? But has anybody spoken to him further?
People asked the little boy, but he said, yes, he's seen father take him up on a bike. But God knows. I can't tell. I didn't see nothing. I can't tell.
And in the areas that you're searching, Trisha, where are you searching? Are you searching by a river?
Bush, river, drain. There's no river there. The river is far, 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 far away. So we search the little drains. We search if there's any pit and so forth. We go hills and valleys.
So you've carried out your search in, is it Barham? That's the district where you guys are from.
Yeah.
And you've searched Friendship.
Yeah, we searched Friendship several times.
Okay. Are you planning to extend the search beyond those two communities?
Yeah, we don't stop search every day. Every day they go out and search.
Have the police spoken to you and indicated that they're picking up on anything, theorizing anything about what could have happened?
No, they don't pick up anything. Yesterday I went to Mandeville and I heard that the police were at my home. That they need a suit of dirty clothes for Shaquille. And they want to see where he slept and all of that.
Did you get a reason as to why they asked those questions? Where he slept, dirty clothes, all of that?
No, they didn't say why. So I have to call, because when my daughter tell me the police are in the house. So I said, doing what? They tell you they have a search warrant for the house. And they said no, they said they want to see where he slept, and they need a suit of dirty clothes, underpants, shirt and shorts. So I said, but they should tell you why they're doing that. They can't just come to people clothes and tell people what they might do. Somebody get upset with them. So they said, I'm too ignorant. I must be patient because they're doing their work. So I said, but you don't need to explain. If you want to suit the child clothes, you need to explain what it's for. I can't tell what it's for because I'm not working with the law. It's just my own knowledge could just tell me maybe they want to do a DNA if they find a body or something.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you're holding up hope, Trisha, that Shaquille will come home.
Yes, I know he will come home back. I have that strong faith in God that he will bring him back without a scratch.
Trisha, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning. We have kept up Shaquille's picture on our YouTube, on our split screen. If anybody has any information that could result in Shaquille coming back home to Trisha and his family, please reach out to the police or call 211 with any information, any clues that you may have. Trisha, thank you so much for your time, and we'll keep in touch with you on this one.
Indeed.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Going to take a break and come back with more.
Listen up, motorists. Speeding burns more gas. So slow down. The life you save may be your own and also that of your loved ones. Slow down. Save lives and money. The time by the Insurance Association of Jamaica is
13 minutes to 8 o'clock.
At Hawkeye, our mission is to deliver cutting-edge security solutions to help you keep track of the things you value most.
The temperature by Hawkeye is
29 degrees here in Capital City, Kingston, also 29 northwest in Montego Bay.
Drive Hyundai vehicles beyond your dreams with an exclusive 4.99% interest rate. Yes! Shop Hyundai vehicles and get a super low 4.99% interest rate on your car loan. Plus 2 years free service, 1 year insurance, and 5 years warranty. Offer valid on all 2024 Hyundai vehicles. Drive your Hyundai with the lowest interest, 4.99%. Conditions apply.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies including plugs, switches, panel boards and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want we country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public while on the road to republic. Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, and we see that a lot of you are reacting to the discussion of the morning and the interview we just had with Trisha Thomas, the caregiver grandaunt of young Shaquille Patterson, who has been missing since Sunday, missing in Westmoreland. And some people are saying that they should perhaps try to get a little bit more out of the 5-year-old who was playing with Kishane and indicated particular things. They should try to question him a little bit more about what he saw. Yeah. And persons are asking too about supervision. But you know how country yards stay? Kids are in a yard running up and down and playing during a grave digging. Parents and adults, they're not going to be so keen to the children in the yard because all the kids are there running up and down. Yeah, and then the simplest of thing, they leave, go a little bit of a distance, and then boom, something happens.
And what is interesting is the child was in the same yard, so the house that the child went to is in the same yard.
Yeah, because we got the impression previously that he went down the road somewhere else.
And I saw a lot of people saying, oh, she should make him go up on the road, XYZ. I thought it important that be cleared up, that it was in the same yard. The grave digging was in the same yard. And another thing, Tana, is that little 5-year-old, if he knows the father and knows his friend, why would he say that young Shaquille went on the bike with his father?
Yeah.
You know, I'm hoping, I don't want to postulate as if I know how best to do the authorities' job, but I'm hoping that they talk to that young man to, test the veracity of what he's saying and not just brush it aside as a pitney and him obviously not know him at talk. I hope they do speak to him again, because if he's saying that and possibly seemingly the only eyewitness, then yeah. But it can't be easy doing a grave digging for one relative and then another
in the midst of it
goes missing, like a son to her. She grew him from he was 2 weeks old. Can't be easy. She's, however, she sounds strong.
Yeah, and indicating as well that her son, she lost her son. So Shaquille is the only person she has now. Yeah, and he cannot be found. And they're searching everywhere, it seems. Drain in the bushes, planning on extending their search and continuing it for as long as they can to find Shaquille. But as you said, she's strong and she's hopeful. She's hopeful that Shaquille will return home. Yeah. And when you think about it as well, she must have been making those school preparations. We are just about, a week out from school resuming. The new school year starting again September 2. Those preparations, buying his backpack, all of his school supplies, his uniform, all of that. When you're looking at that house now and he's not there and you're looking at all of his school supplies and you don't have a lot of information to go on as to where he might be. I mean, there's so many things that's going through her head. She says she thought about it. She and nobody have no conflict. That the family doesn't have any issues. They spoke to the father as well. The father is saying that he and no one has any issues. So trying to eliminate any possibilities of why they may have taken Shaquille. So, leaves her puzzled. What is going on? Why did you take him? Yeah. So I really hope the Westmoreland police, they came and they asked for particular things, clothes, where he slept, all of that. They'll do their investigative work as best they know to see if they can locate him. As we indicated at the start of the discussion segment, really, really do not want to have another Jamil Mendes story or a story similar to all young children in Jamaica who go missing and you just never hear anything about them after that. Really missing without a trace. Yeah.
It was clear to us, I think, that the father, in fact, rides a bike. Was it?
It wasn't completely clear, but he went to the river.
Yeah,
with his brothers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what's so interesting, and I see some people in the YouTube chat. You can sit and say anything that you want to say because you're not in the situation, and that's just the truth. You're not in the situation. But more and on that, I think, and I hope that the police and any other relevant authorities do what they think is in the best interest of that child to get him back home. And I have no doubt that they will. No doubt.
I see St. Elizabeth family here saying they need to widen the search to Manchester without anyone's knowledge. Yeah. And I'm sure that the police gave all of their other counterparts and stuff like that the information, so they are doing what they need to do as well. So while you might have the primary investigation taking place within Westmoreland, everybody else got the alert too and are looking out, and they're now inviting the public's assistance to giving you the picture, and you have some information, so you too, if you know anything or have seen anything, can assist the police and this family in trying to locate Shaquille. Yeah. All right. So that's about it for the front page this morning. We're going to take a break for Across Jamaica and the Caribbean News Desk.
front page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales. For a better choice in the electrical business.
The Time brought to you by Office Supplies Brokers Limited. Your one-stop shop for all your back-to-school needs is
7:59.
Success, powered by learning. The Temperature brought to you by Sandals Corporate University. Come grow with us is
29 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, also 29 out west in Montego Bay.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica this Thursday morning, I'm Tona Thomas. A 59-year-old man has been charged with rape and sexual intercourse with a mentally disordered person following two incidents in Clarendon. Charged is Samuel Hunter, a carpenter of Blackwoods District, Clarendon. According to the police, the two incidents occurred in June. Reports from the Mapen police are that on two different occasions, Hunter allegedly went into a teenager's room and sexually assaulted her. The teen later told her parents, and the incidents were reported to the police, leading to Hunter's arrest. He was charged on Monday, August 19. A court date has not yet been finalized. If you or anyone you know is a victim of rape or sexual assault, call the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse SOCA at 876-926-4079, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. The Spanish Town Police is seeking the public's assistance in locating a senior citizen who apparently wandered from home. He is 80-year-old Glanston Farquharson, a retiree of Topaz Avenue, Eltham Park in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Farquharson has been missing since Monday, August 19. He is of dark complexion, slim build, and is about 5 feet 7 inches tall. Reports from the Spanish Town Police are that Farquharson was last seen dressed in a sky blue polo shirt, grey pants, and a pair of black slippers. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Gladstone Farquharson is being asked to contact the Spanish Town Police at 876-984-2305, the 119 police emergency number, or the nearest police station. That's it for Across Jamaica this Thursday morning, and we now bring you Caribbean News Desk, the latest from across the Caribbean for Thursday, August 22.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Kendall Morgan.
And I'm Dennis Chabot with the latest from across the Caribbean.
Teachers in Guyana are to get a 10% salary increase for this year, 8% next year, and 9% in 2026. The agreement between the Guyana Teachers Union and the Ministry of Education also provides for several non-taxable allowances and duty-free concessions. However, Union General Secretary Coretta MacDonald has accused President Dr. Mark Light of deceiving a number of negotiators and members of the Teachers Union's General Council. She says he acted in concert with the government and signed an agreement that contains meager benefits. But the Teachers Union president dismisses his General Secretary's accusation and says under the rules of the union, he is compelled to sign the agreement.
But the real issue was the percentage that was offered. And the fact that the majority of General Council said, let's take it, that is what propelled me to say, let's go ahead and have it signed. If the members felt that the decision should have been overturned, they would have written in those 12 days, that they had 21 days to write, they would have written in those 12 days to indicate that they needed, as far as I know, nobody has written. So the decision stood.
Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves is dismissing claims that Jamaican dancehall star Vybz Kartel's ongoing visit to St. Vincent and the Grenadines may be partly to support his re-election bid among youth voters. Kartel, whose birth name is Aditya Palmer, has been in St. Vincent and the Grenadines since last Friday on a visit welcomed by the Vincentian leader.
I say I won 5 elections on the run, on the trot, without any involvement from Mr. Palmer, and I shall win the 6th time I can with or without Mr. Palmer's assistance.
Vybz Kartel's visit to SVG began 2 weeks after Jamaica's Court of Appeal ruled against a retrial for murder for which he had already spent 13 years in prison. He has reportedly seen a Vincentian-based Cuban-born endocrinologist and a local medical support team in relation to his diagnosis with Graves' disease. Dr. Gonsalves says the dancehall artist will also use some of his time in St. Vincent and Grenadines to talk to young people.
And I understand that he's interested in meeting some young cultural artists and to talk to them, and also to talk to persons to be disciplined and stay away from criminal activities. That's what I've been advised. I didn't ask him to do any of that. That is being done independently.
The United States is disappointed that only 2 Caribbean Community CARICOM member states endorsed a joint statement calling for democracy in Venezuela. That statement calls for the immediate publication of all original records and the impartial and independent verification of Venezuela's July 28 election results, preferably by an international entity, to ensure respect for the will of Venezuelans as expressed at the polls. U.S. Ambassador to CARICOM Nicole Theriot welcomed Guyana and Suriname's support of the statement, which condemned repression of protesters and the violence that has claimed the lives of many Venezuelans in the post-election period.
We were extremely pleased that the governments of Guyana and Suriname signed on to that statement. It's incredibly important to us that we are all together in defending democracy in this region and globally. And it meant a lot to us to have those partners in the region, global, well, especially Guyana, becoming a global leader. It meant so much to have Guyana on that statement. We're very, very grateful, and we hope that it will have an impact on President Maduro and his administration moving forward.
Guyana's Foreign Secretary Robert Passad, in reposting the statement on his Facebook page, remarked that democracy will triumph, and those states, including Caribbean leftists which seek to justify rigging, must decide which side of history they want to be on. The American ambassador says the U.S. is disappointed that the other CARICOM member states did not support the statement.
That's quite disappointing, actually. For us, it seems very clear that to support democracy, certain things need to be done with regard to the elections. And if those other countries chose not to sign on, that's their right. But we are quite disappointed.
Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shallow remains non-committal about getting into elective politics in his native St. Vincent and the Grenadines, despite a recent poll showing he is highly favored among the Vincentian electorate. The poll, commissioned by the Caribbean Institute for Governance and Policy Research and led by University of the West Indies political science lecturer Deborah Bruce, puts Dr. Shallow just behind the opposition leader Dr. Godwin Friday as an alternative leader to Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, despite not publicly declaring himself a candidate. He also polled ahead of the 2 front-runners for leadership succession in the ruling party, Agriculture Minister Suboto Caesar and Finance Minister Camilo Gonsalves, the son of the Prime Minister. Dr. Shallow addressed his political future on local radio yesterday.
It is something certainly I will consider at the right time. And the very truth is, if there is a compelling enough call, and my family is in agreement that this is the time, then who knows? Right, so that is it. But it's a discussion I would certainly have to have with my family, which I haven't had at this point.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp at +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
Grace Foods got the taste that moves you. Grace
Grace is bringing family, food, and fun together in one place. Get ready for Grace Food Festival on August 24th at Hope Gardens. Gates open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Enjoy a day filled with culinary delights, kiddie zone, enough giveaways, back to school village, discounted Grace products, and live performance from Ding Dong and much more. Grace Food Festival, August 24th at Hope Gardens from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Office Supplies Brokers Limited is having its grand back-to-school sale this Saturday, August 24, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Get unbeatable deals on all your school supplies. Seek exercise books at factory prices. Stock up and save big. Visit 26 Dunrobin Avenue or call 876-676-6930. Office Supplies Brokers Limited, your one-stop shop for all your back-to-school needs.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Turning our attention now to food and family fun. Grace, Taste That Moves You, is bringing family, food, and fun together in one place. So get ready for Grace Foods Festival on August 24 at Hope Gardens, and the gates will be open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Grace Foods and Services will be bringing the Taste That Moves You to Hope Gardens, as I said, this weekend. The festival is one of Grace's biggest events of the year. And to talk to us some more about the festival is Senior Shopper Experience Officer at Grace Foods, Tamika Singh. Still trying to get Tamika on the line to talk about the Grace Family Food and Fun Festival that's coming up. That's this Saturday, August 24, will be taking place at the beautiful Hope Gardens in St. Andrew. The gates open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can bring out all of your fam bam to the festival, from the little ones right to our seniors, to have a good time, sample some food, have some drinks, go on some rides, go about the booths, buy something cute that you want, and just have a really, really fun-filled day and fun-filled evening at Hope Gardens in St. Andrew for the festival coming up this Saturday. Still trying to make contact with Tamika Singh so that she can come on and provide us with some more details about this festival happening this weekend. She is the Senior Shopper Experience Officer at Grace Foods. Yeah. And to find out if you are getting on free, will there be anything on hand, any giveaways on hand for those who are attending the festival? Is there an entry fee as well? Will you have persons, it's back to school as well, even though it's about food and family fun, will there be booths there too that cater to the back to school needs of parents and kids? So, Tamika, on the line now?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm well, thank you so much. How about yourself?
I'm doing good as well, thank you. So this morning we're talking about the Grace Foods Family Food and Fun Festival that's taking place this weekend. Talk to us about what people can expect when they attend the festival.
Okay, so I'll try my best to just wrap up everything that this day is going to offer in a couple minutes, right? Grace Kennedy's vision is really connecting our people, our nation with food and fun. And so for the very first time in Jamaica, we're launching our own Grace Food Festival. Now, on that day, it's going to be a fun-filled day, starting with our children and our families, with our kiddie zones, with our food stations, and this leads into a night of live entertainment.
Ah, there is live entertainment. But just
Yes.
before we get to that and who might be coming on the stage, what's the setup will be like? You said there will be a kiddies village, but in terms of what's on offering in relation to food,
Okay, so
what can I
we will
expect
have-
is going to go down in my tummy?
Oh my goodness, your taste buds will be entertained as well as tantalized, right? Without going over the top. No, we have different areas, different meals. We will have our own expert chefs preparing meals on the ground, but you must imagine that our Grace brands will be showing up. So our Grace jerk, definitely, our Grace coconut milk, our Grace Vienna and hot dog king for our children. It's like tapping into each of what the family member would want will be there. We definitely have our Grace tropical rhythms to pair with their meals, as well as it's a hot day, it's a long day, so we will have our Grace mighty malt, which will boost your energy to keep the momentum right through. Have I explained it correctly?
You
'Cause I know
absolutely have. You absolutely
I know
have.
it's a
I'm
lot for me
enticed.
to explain.
Yeah.
I just want you to know that on that day, every possible corner that you will turn, there will be a Grace product or brand showing up, connecting you. As well as within that space, we'll have our own Grace discounted store. So it's a store built out with your favorite Grace brands being retailed at a discounted price.
Wonderful. Are there any other contributors who will be at the festival, or all the booths will be Grace?
No, I mean, we couldn't do it by ourselves, right? We are great, but we also have to tap into the other greatness. Now, within Grace, we have our own companies, world brands, with our Doritos, snacks line, etc. We'll have our consumer brand on board as well as our financial groups, First Global, etc. Along with that, we have some prestigious sponsors who thought or saw this great opportunity, and they are on board. Those brands or companies include Oak Garden, Sanksa's Bookshop, Digicel, Best Dressed Chicken. I really don't want to leave out anybody. But Purity, Ministry of Health, definitely have to bring that up because they will be there on the day offering health checks for the back to school season, as well as RGD, and many, many more. Purity, I mean, the list goes on, but I don't want to forget anyone because they're all so important to us.
Yeah. So you're filling your tummies, patrons, as well as getting in a little bit of back to school shopping too, and some health checks done.
Yeah, man. And there's even a back to school village that you can pick up your favorite back to school things. Not even favorite, your must, the necessities.
Yes.
But I don't want to forget that we do also have a kiddie zone, and that kiddie zone now will encompass rides, snow cone, cotton candy, all the sugary fun that our children require for the day.
Yeah. Parents, if you want to have your kids get in on that last little shindig, that last little enjoyment before they head back to school. Yeah.
Correct.
Saturday, August 24 at the Grace Food Festival is the place to be. But Tamika, you're also saying that there will be an event. Well, people will be on stage. There will be a concert in the night. Talk to us about who will be on stage for that, or a performance.
Right. Well, we definitely, I don't want to say all the artists or all our entertainers, but
say some sort for a surprise.
You can't do it without Ding Dong, right?
Yes.
So Ding Dong for sure, Elaine for sure, but I would want you to come out and just watch the day transition into the different periods or the different segments, because it's unreal. It's surreal how we will transition to a family day event, to chefs cooking up, and then this live entertainment that you sit back and watch a show.
Right.
And for what we're offering it for, it is, I mean, it's magical.
Right. And what's the entry cost?
So to enter, it's either $1,000 or 4 Grace labels. That's it. $1,000 or 4 Grace labels.
So let me get this straight, Tamika. So if it is that I bring 4 Grace labels, I don't have to pay the $1,000?
No, you don't.
Wow.
No, you don't. This is,
I love how this admission is going.
Yes, man. Look, I've just showed you what you're going to get for simply 4 grade. And you may have these 4 grade tables already in your house.
Exactly.
Correct. And children under 12 come in for free.
For free.
For free.
I love that.
This day is for them. As you just said it's like we're closing the summer to start off your new school year. Why not just go out and entertain the family for 4 grace labels?
Wow.
And
I love that. I really love that, Tamika. You sold me from early on, but this is the icing on the cake. Yep.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
We want what we're communicating to our family in Jamaica that grace is here just to be in your family cherished moments. We want to be there at the dining table, but we also want to be a part of when you're having fun and just relaxing together,
Mm-hmm.
And so we've created this segment or event that you can really just come out and enjoy yourself with little effort.
Mm-hmm. And can persons expect any other giveaways? I know you've said a lot is happening on the day, but any other giveaways expected on the day?
Yeah, but on the day we will definitely be sampling our brands. We'll be offering any new product that we have launched throughout the year or just launching. You will be able to participate or partake in that. Mm-hmm. So there are a number of goodies and giveaways. You just have to be there to kind of understand. I don't think I can deliver all of that.
Yeah, you definitely have to show up.
Yeah.
So remind us of the main details again, the time, the date, venue.
For sure. So it happens this Saturday, August 24th, from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on the grounds of Hope Gardens. Your entry fee is 4 grace labels or $1,000.
Yeah, as easy as that. 4 grace labels, you show up with that, you get in $1,000 as well if you don't have the grace labels. Tamika Singh, thank you so much for coming on and speaking to us this morning about the Grace Food Festival happening this Saturday at Hope Gardens. I hope everybody goes out with the kiddos and have a really good time.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're most
Always
welcome.
A pleasure.
Tamika Singh.
Thank you.
The Senior Shopper Experience Officer at Grace Foods. Gonna take a break and come back with more.
Crisp and refreshing. Room temperature or chilled. A Pure Water would drink. The time by Pure Water is
8:20.
It's the Answers Summer and Back to School sale. Get up to 70% off for the summer and back to school at Answers Gifts and Home Center and Answers for Children. Now till Sunday, September 8th. Answers Summer and Back to School sale.
And what you think? Pure water we drink. Me say a pure vibe when we touching at the street. A pure water we a drink. A pure fun, pure dance and take. Right now. A pure water we a drink. I could have room temperature. Give me one more. Give me the summer hot and chilled one outdoor. Crisp and refreshing. We know that for sure. The water we drink is pure. Everybody know. Hey, hey. Refreshing and nice. Hey, hey. The best water you can find. Pure water we drink.
Data Protection Matters is brought to you by Design Privacy. We help you comply and build trust.
Welcome to Data Protection Matters, powered by Design Privacy here on Nationwide 90 FM. I'm your host, Chantal Thompson. Today, we have with us Chuck Cameron, founder of Design Privacy and a data privacy expert, who will dive into what does registration look like for microfinance sector. Chuck, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Chantal. So, if you're in the financial industry and have not registered with the Office of the Information Commissioner, you are now exposed to sanctions by the Office of the Information Commissioner. So we are putting this show together just to quickly help, especially the smaller entities in the financial industry, namely the microfinance industry, as to what does registration particulars look like for them. Mm-hmm. So first thing, what are the unique data item categories that they collect? So they'll be collecting the names, the online identifiers, age, we are familiar with that. But more than likely, given their due diligence requirements, they'll also be collecting information in relation to the commission of any offense. And they'd usually collect a lot of marketing preference information. So in relation to finance entities, you have to look out for that. Do you collect information in relation to criminal convictions? Who are the data subject categories in that information that you collect? This one we are noticing a trend. Basically, you'd be collecting client information, employee information, and applicant information. You will have some third-way services providers, but those are the general three that you'd be collecting. Who are the third parties with whom microfinance entities usually share personal data with that you have to declare to the Office of the Information Commissioner? All financial entities would have auditors. They would have to share personal data with regulators, such as the financial services regulators. They'd share information with health insurance entities for their employees. Then they would have to conduct a lot of due diligence and use security companies to conduct this due diligence. Then they'd have to share data with tax admin, for example. And more often than not, they engage the services of marketing companies with whom they also share personal data. Jumping into the lawful basis, again, the financial industry is one of those industries that's highly regulated, and you are compelled to collect certain personal data by virtue of the legal obligations that flow from those regulations. You also have to collect some of this information to fulfill the contractual obligation you have entered into with your clients. And again, there will be some things that are not covered by contract and not covered by law, but you collect them in furtherance of a legitimate business interest. A lot of these financial institutions use online cloud applications, and when you are declaring the unique jurisdictions with whom you share personal data, you need to bear that in mind. Where do your cloud services sit? And in brief, those would be the unique data items or unique registration particulars for the financial industry. So separate and apart from identifying the lawful basis for processing personal data, you also need to identify the purposes of processing personal data. So some of the purposes that are unique or relevant to a financial institution would include for the purposes of legal compliance, or very often for hiring personnel. And once you hire personnel, you then have to manage the personnel, so that would be another purpose of processing. You will engage in marketing activities, so that's another purpose of processing. And then you'd have a lot of debts and payroll to settle. So payment could be viewed as another purpose of processing. And in all institutions, you have detailed record management purposes. So these are just some examples of some of the purposes of processing. And this would represent the registration particulars that you'd have to file for a financial institution.
All right, well, thanks for that information, Chuck. It's been very insightful. And this brings us to the end of this episode on microfinance sectors. Join us on our next episode as we discuss medical associations. For more information on how to gather your registration particulars or how Design Privacy can get this done for you, email us at info@designprivacy.io. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at design_privacy, and also connect with us on LinkedIn at Design Privacy. Stay informed and stay secure.
Data Protection Matters is brought to you by Design Privacy. We help you comply and build trust.
Save money on energy bills with S-Tech Energy Limited. From building management systems and lighting solutions to solar installation and energy audits, they've got you covered.
Enjoy clean, renewable energy while reducing your carbon footprint.
Call 876-923-652-123. Email grljasocialmedia@gmail.com or visit 226 Spanish Town Road, Kingston 11 to schedule a consultation.
Save money and the planet with S-Tech Energy Limited, leading the way to a brighter future.
NHT contributors, if your house was damaged by Hurricane Beryl, you may be eligible for an NHT disaster relief loan or grant to help with repairs. Find out how to apply at nht.gov.jm or call 888-CALL-NHT. That's 888-225-5648.
Everything you do with your JN Bank Visa credit card could be a win for you. Go shop win, dine win, travel win, or pay win bills with your JN Bank Visa credit card. Every time your purchases total $40,000 using your JN Visa credit card, you earn an entry to win. Every purchase you make adds up. Win weekly summer watch party kits of coolers and grocery vouchers so you don't miss the runnings. Or be one of 2 monthly winners of $100,000 cash. Don't have a JN Visa credit card? It's easy. Visit jnbank.com today. Win with your JN Bank Visa credit card. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
The University of the Commonwealth Caribbean Recruitment Roadshow. Fast and easy registration. Informative sessions. One-on-one guidance. Join us on August 14, Ocho Rios. August 15, May Pen. August 16, Mandeville. August 21, Negril. August 22, Montego Bay. And our last stop, August 23, Halfway Tree. 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. each stop. UCC Recruitment Roadshow. Empower your dreams. Register today. UCC. Fostering leadership and innovation.
8:30. Thank you so much for staying with us. We turn our eyes now to Mayberry, Bondberry, Phase 2. Mayberry Investments Limited is pleased to announce Phase 2 of Bondberry. This initiative marks another significant step in Mayberry's commitment to providing high-quality investment opportunities to the market. The new offering will feature bonds with a tenure of 18 months from the issue date, carrying an attractive interest rate of 10.75% per annum. This offering aims to cater to a broad range of investors, with applications starting at a minimum of $20,000 and available in increments of 10,000 Jamaican dollars. For more on this, we are joined by Assistant Vice President in Investment Banking at Mayberry Investments, Rachel Curlew. Good morning, Rachel.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great. Well, talk to me now. Bondberry Phase 2. First of all, how did Phase 1 go?
Amazing. Phase 1, we were here last year January. We were here talking about Phase 1 of the bonds. We raised $6.3 billion across 4 tranches. We recently redeemed Tranche 2 in July for $1.3 billion. So as you mentioned, this is Phase 2. We're rolling out Phase 2 of the bonds, which we want to refinance.
Okay. So talk to me about Phase 2 then. What's the offering?
So there are 4 features I want to highlight. You pretty much discussed them earlier. It's the investors will earn 7.75% on their money for 18 months. The bonds are secured. You know, this part is so important. You know, they're backed by a charge over Mayberry's loan book. So there's a lot of assets there in the event of a default. You know, we can always liquidate to meet bondholders' obligations, you know, if we should ever get to that stage. But, you know, we're not just thinking positive here.
Right.
The third feature, the bonds will be listed on the JC, the Jamaica Stock Exchange bond market, so investors can buy or sell the bond if they so desire. And finally, you only need $20,000 to invest, and there's no maximum amount. So, you know, this provides a perfect flexibility for to meet clients' financial capacity.
Nice. And what motivated the issuing of this new tranche of bonds?
Yeah, as I mentioned, it's to redeem the Tranche 2 bonds that we paid out in July for $1.3 billion. So this ensures that we're managing our financial obligations effectively, while, you know, just providing new attractive offerings for our clients.
Okay. And are there any specific terms and conditions for your investors who would be interested in Bondberry Phase 2?
Just 3 terms that I'd like to highlight. 1, minimum $20,000, no maximum amount. 2, you have to have a brokerage account with any stock brokerage account firm. Currently, we have 2 selling agents, Sagicor or JMB. So you can apply to Mayberry, Sagicor or JMB, but you have to open a stock brokerage account with them. And you need to read the prospectus thoroughly to understand the term, the conditions, and any associated risk with this offering.
Nice. And now, you just mentioned the website. You might have to repeat it for me because I want you to tell me all the options again as it relates to investors being able to apply for Bondberry Phase 2.
Repeat for me. You want to know what?
I want you to tell me again. You mentioned the website and that they need a stockbroker. I just want to ensure that I've covered all the avenues in which an investor might apply to Bondberry Phase 2.
Yes. So you need to have a stock brokerage account. You can open one at Mayberry. You can visit www.mayberryinv.com, or you can come down to our offices at 1-1.5 Oxford Road, and ask for me, Rachel Curlew. I'll be happy to assist. Or if you already have an existing account at Sagicor or JMB, you can call your advisor and they will walk you through the process. The application is done online, so it's very effective and efficient. So that's an added bonus there.
Continue.
I just wanted to also let the public know that the offer opens tomorrow, August 23rd. And it closes on September 20th, but we reserve the right to close this offering once it's oversubscribed.
Right.
So we can close early next week, if we've raised our target amount. So it's just a short window to get it on this investment.
Absolutely. And for those who might not understand everything, I know you told them, they can come down to Mayberry and ask for Rachel Curlew. You will personally assist them.
Yes.
But are there any other resources available to assist them?
Yes, if you go to our website, www.mayberryinv.com, we have a link in the top right-hand corner. Once you select that, it takes you to another page, which it details everything that you want to know about the bond. So everything is properly outlined on our website, the steps to apply for the bond, the steps to open a brokerage account, the key terms you need to know for the bond. Everything is there on our website. So I'd encourage investors, that's the first starting place to go. Mayberry, www.mayberryinv.com.
And by the way, the attractive interest rate, talk to me about that.
Yes, 10.75% per annum, and this is higher than any savings account, any interest rate you're going to get on any savings account in the bank. And actually, the BOJ signaled this week that they're lowering interest rates. So in another 6 months, you're not going to get anything in the 2-digit rate region. So I tell investors, guys, now is a perfect opportunity to take advantage of these attractive interest rates, because the interest rates are going to come down next year. So you want to lock in from early.
All right.
Yes.
And is there anything else that you feel like you need to tell the Mayberry customers out there for them to get on board with Bondberry Phase 2? Opens tomorrow, runs until September 20. But the right is reserved by Mayberry to close early if they are oversubscribed. And I'm sure they'll be oversubscribed. So you have to get in as soon as possible.
Yes, we generally are.
Yes. So anything else you want to let your listeners know?
Just want to let them know, it's an amazing opportunity, very attractive rate, 7.75%. It's secured for 18 months, and everything you can find online at mayberryinv.com, or you can also visit bondberryja.com.
Very well. 10.75%, you get it nowhere else. And the rates have been cut, so your last opportunity to jump in, yeah?
And only $20,000.
Only $20,000. And you can put the whole of your money in the bond if you want to, because there's no maximum.
No maximum amount.
Wow, impressive. Thank you so much, Rachel Curlew, for joining us.
Thank you, and I look forward to your application.
Yeah, of course. Take care. Assistant
Have a
Vice
great day.
President in Investment Banking at Mayberry Investments. That's Rachel Curlew. Yeah, Bondberry Phase 2. We go for the break, and thereafter we take your calls.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Come into the parlor, there's a welcome there for you.
Welcome to the Mayor's Parlor with Desmond McKenzie.
From 1 to 6 p.m. every Sunday, you'll now get more of your favorite vintage music.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Nationwide 90 FM will transform your Sunday into a musical time machine that will take you way back.
Come on, let's go back in time.
This magic moment.
Journey into yesteryear with Desmond McKenzie in the Mayor's Parlor.
I've got the music to jog your memory and make you smile.
Put your sweet lips a little closer to the phone.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the best in vintage music.
Come into the Mayor's Parlor every Sunday between 1 and 6 p.m. here on Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media.
Those oldies but goodies reminds me of you.
Taking your calls, the numbers are 876-630-937-124. That's 876-630-937-124, or the digital line 618-8255. We're taking your calls. We have some time, around 5 or so minutes, that we can, take some calls from you and hear what you have to say. So, yeah. And by the way, while you're at it, sign up for your Mayberry bond investments. Yeah, $20,000, the minimum that you need, no maximum. 10.75% per annum. This bond runs for 18 months, so you get a good piece of food by your money. So the money that you're saving in the bank not giving you that interest, so you can put it in the bond and make some money off it. Yeah, why not? So do that by all means. I think by all means you can absolutely do that. And then of course, we're praying and we're hoping that young Shaquille is found. Spoke to his grand aunt this morning, who has been taking care of him since he has been 2 weeks old. Just 2 weeks. So he's like a son to her. He is her son, one could say. We're praying for his safe return and hoping that there's some fun. Who do you have this morning? Keisha. Good morning, Keisha.
Hi, Saeed. Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Where's Tana?
She's just stepping in right now, but you're not going to hear it right now.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was listening to the interview earlier on with you. Was it the mother of the little boy?
His grand aunt, who is his guardian and treats him like her son. So, for all intents and purposes, yes, but technically his grand aunt and guardian.
Well, I hope and pray for the safe return of that little youngster, and I hope that the necessary steps can be taken out and he returned back to his family safely.
Absolutely wanting to be returned.
So where's the mother?
Well, we don't know.
And the grandmother that spoke to you now, is it a relative to the father or a relative to the mother?
Relative to the mother.
To the mother. She actually said in the interview that the father has had nothing to do with the child, essentially.
Yeah, I heard that. Mm-hmm. But did she confirm that the father have a wife?
I think she did, if I recall that interview properly, she did. And that he didn't take the child, though. He was at the river with his brothers who flew in for the funeral.
But I think I should expand the search, though. And what would be good to know is when they found out that the little boy was missing, if the person they were visiting from other parishes, if they were there.
Well, The
You
police,
know,
we
but I
hope.
think they should broaden their I'm sorry, Tana, listen. I have two boys, right? I have a daughter, but she's older. She's in her 20s, right? But let me tell you something. Where I'm living, but ever since I know myself, if anybody want me to get angry, make I start them playing in the front of the yard. Until one of them is 9 years old. And up till this day, he can't go to the front of the yard and play unless I am there. Not even when him father around there. You know? And the thing about it,
That and it's because of the abduction fear. What's your fear? Why you put in that rule?
all right, so I have a friend. She was living in another parish, and this was some years ago, 2009, I think it was. And she met somebody because in those days, you know, Facebook just a come and stream and stuff. And she met, but I knew her through Facebook myself. She met somebody, and then the person asked her to meet in Crossroad, and she like go buy something, leave the baby in the care of that person. And when she came out, there was no baby. So me, you know what I'm saying? And my grandmother always said to sleep on Mark this. And she always said to me that a wise man learned from the experience that he or she had, but a wise man learned from the experience of other Tana. I am not complacent.
Yeah.
Yes, when I went out with my child Tana, if I'm gonna use a bathroom, them a come in there with me. Me now go see somebody sit down there and say, hi, can you watch this boy for me or watch that child for me until I get back? No.
Yeah.
I don't trust people them way there.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if me not there at the front of the yard, no, because I know the father is there. He just not believe so when see happen on TV can't be right in my nose already. So me, anything when me see happen on TV, I take note of it. Me no really want me no want to live the experience because sometimes it is easy to say you understand what people are going through, but sometimes when you have to in the situation to really, really understand. You understand?
Yeah, but I think Keisha in a lot of country art settings when you have grave digging, it's familiar people from your community and the kids are playing in the yard. People let down the garden and they're not really expecting something of this nature to happen. But here we are.
But let me tell you, my thing is this: if somebody send a child to me, once I'm gonna go out of the place, I'm sending that child to you and I'm putting that child safely in your hand, ma'am.
Yeah.
You understand? Not because you're living in a tenement yard, it doesn't mean it's always safe because sometimes you can never tell who is preying on you.
Yeah.
You understand? But I just don't want to, you know, make those persons lose faith or courage. So whatever they need to do and the police need to do and person within the community, please do and assist these family. But I hope they expand the search outside.
Yeah, I was asking her and she said indeed they plan to go beyond the communities of Barham and Friendship. They plan to expand the search.
Guys.
Yeah, man, Keisha, thank you so much for calling.
Welcome.
Can we take another call before the break? No? All right. Can't take any more calls, but thanks to our caller, Keisha. And to all of you, you know, we will be back tomorrow again. But that's all of that. Next we go to our birthdays and our anniversaries.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:46.
The Birthday Club is brought to you by Popeye's Wings. Try the 6-piece combo today for only $1,395. Wing the alarm!
time of the Thursday morning when we tell some very special people happy birthday. Happy birthday greetings going out to Janet Hartlin Millwood over there at NHT Twickenham Park. Happy birthday to you. The greetings coming from Daphne and Daralf, wishing you a good day. Happy birthday to you. Over on Facebook, happy birthday greetings going out to Leah Tavares Finson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday as well to Kamika Swaby, Charisma Shauna. She calls herself on Facebook. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday as well to, is this Rada Ruiz? Happy birthday. Happy birthday greetings also going out to Valicia Maxween, Shanice Amor Everbless. Happy birthday, Shanice Amor Everbless. And happy birthday, Rob Mitt. It's your birthday. Hope you have a really good one as well.
And congratulations. Not congratulations. Happy birthday.
Congratulations to you.
Happy birthday to my nephew, Andre Weber. Those greetings are coming from Marigold Weber. Happy birthday, Andre. Hope you have a good one. Happy 18th birthday, Morgana Richardson. Those greetings coming from your dad, Conrad.
Happy birthday to you, Morgana Richardson. Hope you have a really, really good one.
I'm really trying not to miss any.
Checking to see if there are any more birthdays. Anybody get married today? Is it your anniversary? Do let us know so that we can wish you a special one. But those are the birthdays we're seeing. Happy birthday to you if you're celebrating your birthday today. And if it is your anniversary, happy anniversary to you.
The Birthday Club was brought to you by Popeye's Wings. Try the 6-piece combo today for only $1,395. Wing the alarm!
I wasn't singing. Some more birthdays for you. Select is this Designs sending happy birthday greetings to Paula Watson. Happy birthday to you, Paula. It's Roberta. From Roberta. Happy birthday greetings to you, Paula Watson from Roberta. And Valerie Esme is saying it's her birthday. Happy birthday to our YouTuber Valerie Esme. Celebrating your birthday today. Hope you have a really good one. Dan Budo Fletcher sending happy birthday greetings to Lana Webb Brown. Happy birthday, Lana.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Brown.
Happy
She
birthday.
is the wife of the president of the Jamaica Union of Seventh-day Adventists. Yeah.
Ah.
Happy birthday to you, Lana.
Happy birthday. And are there any? No, not seeing any more. So those are all the birthdays. Again, happy birthday to ya if you're celebrating your birthday. And if you're celebrating your anniversary, happy anniversary to you. That's about it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Nationwide This Morning NTM. Thanks to our technical operator and the musical maestro Jermaine King, to our super producer Michelle McCrae Smith, and our super editor Kimon Thompson, and our super deputy executive editor George Davis. Up next, you have the Consumer Hour with Norgay Banton. And at 10, Cliff Hughes Online. I'm Tona Thomas.
I'm Said Bernard.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You've just heard Nationwide This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
Fearless and fair. Nationwide 90 FM.
It's often said that when the home and school work together, it creates the best environment for students to achieve academically. As we approach the start of the new school year, we'll share some